Hey folks, how we doing? It's Mr. Carter here, ready to do HomeLink 6.6. Go ahead and put your name on this, and let's begin. All right, so we are converting units of weight in the U.S. measurement scale here. So we are looking at going from tons to pounds and pounds to ounces. So we have our measurement scales here to help us out. So for number one, it's given this one here for us. So 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. So now they're asking us here, if we have 6 tons, how many pounds is that? So I know that if to go from 1 ton to 2,000 pounds, I have to multiply by 2,000. So if I do that, it's going to be 6 times 2 is 12. But again, since it's 2,000, we've got to add our 3 zeros because it's an extended fact, so that would be 12,000. If we already have 14,000 pounds, how many tons is that? So we've got to kind of work backwards. So we've got to ask ourselves, what times 2,000 will get us 14,000? Well, I know that 7 times 2 is 14. That's our basic fact. So 7 times 2,000 would be 14,000. So our answer here is 7. And if we are going another ton here, so we're going from 7 tons to 8 tons, you could basically just add another 2,000 pounds, which would give you 16,000. Or if you went 8 times 2,000, that would give you also 16,000 pounds. And now here we have 2,000 pounds, so how many tons is that? So again, we've got to ask ourselves, what times 2,000 will get us 22,000? Well, I know that 11 times 2 will get us 22, and if we do 11 times 2,000, we'll get 22,000. So now here we're going from pounds to ounces, so we're going to use this measurement scale to help us out. So if you look here, we have 1 pound is 16 ounces. So if you look up here on our scale, 1 pound is 16 ounces. So now they're asking us how many ounces is 5 pounds. So we can go up here and look and see that 5 pounds would equal 80 ounces. So that's our answer. And basically how we did that is we went 5 times 16 would also equal 80. Again, we can use our measurement scale here to help us figure out. We have 9 pounds, so that would equal 144 ounces. And again, that would also be 9 times 16. Now we have 160 ounces. So we're going to look at the bottom part and look for 160. And we notice here that 160 ounces is 10 pounds. Or 10 times 16 would be 160. So now we have one here, 15 pounds. It's not on our measurement scale because the scale only goes up to 10. But what we can do is go 10 pounds plus 5 pounds equals 15 pounds, correct? So if we do that, if we add 160, which is how many ounces are in 10 pounds, to 80, oops, let me slide over the paper here. So if we add 160 ounces, which is 10 pounds, and 80 ounces, which is 5 pounds, we should get a total of what 15 ounces would be. 15 pounds would be, sorry. So 0, 0, 0. 6 and 8 is 14. Carry the 1. 1 and 1 is 2. So that answer would be 240. You could have also figured it out using multiplication. If you would have multiplied 15 times 16, you would have gotten also 240. Okay, so let's look at number 3. The Army chef is ordering food for the troops. She ordered 2 tons of rice, 1 ton of pasta, and 1 ton of flour. How many pounds of food did she order? So again, we're going from tons, and they're asking us for pounds. So first of all, you could do it a couple ways. You can take your tons, convert them to pounds, and then add it. Or you can take your tons, add them up together first, and then convert them to pounds. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take my tons and add them together. So we got 2 plus 1 plus 1, and I know that equals a total of 4 tons of food. And we've got to figure out how many pounds that is. So if I go up to our measurement scale and I see 4 tons, 4 tons is 8,000 because 4 times 2,000 is 8,000. So 4 tons equals 8,000 pounds. So I'm just going to put my answer here. 8,000 pounds is our answer. All right. Potatoes come in 8-pound bags. How many ounces are in 12 bags? So this one's a little more complicated than that first one. So first of all, we got to figure out how many total pounds we have. Well, we have 12 bags, and each of them weigh 8 pounds. So to figure out the total amount of pounds, we've got to go 12 times 8 pounds. And that'll give us the total amount of pounds. So if I do traditional multiplication here, so I go 8 times 2 is 16. Carry the 1. 8 times 1 is 8, plus another one is 96. So we have a total of 96 total pounds. Okay, so now that we know that it's 96 total pounds, we can now figure out how many ounces that is. So if we go back to our measurement scale, we know that 1 pound is 16 ounces. So we have to take 96 of those pounds and multiply them by 16. So for this one, I'm going to do lattice to figure this out. So we got 96. Let me zoom in here. We got 96 times 16. So we draw our diagonals. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 6 is 36. 9 times 1 is 9. And 9 times 6 is 54. Now we add our diagonals, so we got 6. 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 6 is 13. Carry the 1. 9 and 1 is 10, plus 5 is 15. Again, carry the 1. So now we got our answer here is 1,536 ounces. So that's 1,000. Transfer our answer here, 1,536. All right, let's go to our practice. Again, we are adding and subtracting denominators with like denominators here, and then we are over here, we've got problems that have tenths and hundredths, so we're going to do a little bit of converting for that. So I'm going to do number 5 and 7 for you, and I'll have you do 6 and 8 on your own. So again, when we're adding with like denominators, 4 eighths plus 3 eighths, so we just add our numerators, that would be 7 eighths. And over here, we've got 5 tenths plus 3 hundredths. So we're going to need to convert our tenths over here to hundredths. So I know that it's going to be 50 hundredths instead of 5 tenths. And we're just going to go plus 3 hundredths. Now that our denominators are the same, we can add our numerators. So 50 plus 3 is 53 over 100. Okay, so again, for 8, you're going to have to do some converting here before you add those together. All right, hope this was helpful. If you have questions, come see me, and have a good day.